Hello friends, Dr. Chad Arnow from the University of Dayton Winds and Brass channel with another Trombone Basics video, part of an ongoing series developed for younger trombone players to ensure they get a good start when playing the instrument. Starting with good habits now is much easier than retraining habits later on. So we want to make sure we get a good start and introduce all the concepts we need correctly so that we don't introduce bad habits from the very beginning. So previous installments have covered things like breathing and buzzing, putting the instrument together, how to hold it, terminology. Make sure you've checked those videos out and make sure you have liked, subscribed, and hit the bell notifications to get this and other videos in your YouTube feed going forward. Today's video begins to put all those things together and gets into actually playing the instrument for the very first time. We want good posture, which we talked about in the last video, and to expand on that, good posture, whether sitting or standing, means that our ears are above our shoulders directly, our shoulders are directly above our hips, and when we're standing, our hips are directly above our feet. We're not leaning forward or back or side to side. Those things unbalance the body and introduce tension in ways that we don't need. We don't need tension to play. We need the muscles working together in balance. So, sitting up nice and straight, not leaning or scrunching or slouching. We want to get a good breath in like we talked about in the previous video and start with a nice relaxed sound out. We talked about how to hold the instrument in another video. The same things still apply here. We bring the instrument up to our face and we have a nice relaxed upper arms with good angles on the elbows, not up or down. We breathe around the mouthpiece like we did in the buzzing video. And we start with a nice T sound like we did in the other video. And we just try to make the steadiest sound that we can coming out. Nice and easy. We took a good breath in around the mouthpiece, nice, full, warm, relaxed breath in to create a nice, full, warm, relaxed sound on the way out. Let's do that again. That's all there is to it. Almost. If you want to make higher and lower notes, we have to start varying the firmness of the corners of the embouchure, as well as the airspeed, which we talked about in the breathing and buzzing video. To do that on the instrument, I'm going to start with that first note, which is F, the first note in most beginning band books. I'm going to hold that note and then I'm going to slow the air down. I'm going to relax the corners a little bit and fall down to the note below, which is called B flat. It'll sound like this. To get back to the higher note, I reverse the process by pushing the air from the air-moving muscles in the torso, firming up the embouchure, and popping back up. So I'll start on that first note, go lower, and then back up. If I want to go even higher, I can start on that note. Again, move the air quicker from those air-moving muscles in the torso and firming up the embouchure and pop up to the higher note and back down like this. To stop the note, you simply release it like you would saying the vowel ah. We don't go ah, and do anything here in the throat. We don't introduce a consonant on the end and go ah and stop. No, we simply go ah and let the note stop. So we talked about the syllable ta before, or toe, or tu. Those are all good syllables to play. And at the end of each note, at the end of that vowel sound, simply release it the same way you would vocally so that we get a nice stop to the note as well. So ta and let it stop. It'll sound like this. Nice and easy. We want to make sure we are not using a pa sound with the lips. That's never going to help us start very well. And we also want to make sure that T sound is used so we don't get that nebulous beginning we talked about in the previous video. Let's see if we can hold that note, that F, together nice and steady, like this. Ready? Don't be be surprised if at first the note's very unsteady and wavers quite a bit. That's very natural at the beginning. Over time, you want to learn to really keep it nice and steady, and that usually involves working with the instrument, not against it. The instrument's designed to make those pitches vibrate. So we want to make sure that we're not fighting the instrument, we're just finding the center of the note and driving straight down the middle of the lane, like this. Practice these nice, easy long tones when you first start out so that we get a good sound and a nice, steady way of playing that we can take with us as we start learning more notes and things get more complicated. As always, if you want more information about me, feel free to visit my website, linked below. If you want more information about the University of Dayton's Department of Music, visit its website, also linked below, for lots of great information and resources. Till next time, thanks.